Oh, what's going on, YouTube? How you guys doing? It's a beautiful day. Beautiful day. I have boxing training later today, and just want to get into some topics right away. And you guys can ask whatever you want, obviously. But have you guys been noticing the kind of dissension, clash between the vegan camps and the newly found carnivore camps? I'm finding it quite entertaining. You got Dr. Sean Baker going against our good friend Vegan Gains. I think it's quite entertaining. Honestly, I usually stay out of watching this stuff, but I see two diets that are totally different. Veganism is completely meatless, right? Completely meatless. Carnivore is completely veggieless. And while the carnivores believe this is what we're meant to do, the vegans believe that it is unethical to eat animal products. So to watch these guys go back and forth with a lot of data that is skewed, over the top, and crazy on both sides, I think it's absolutely insane. What I've been preaching a lot is balance. You know, I think what carnivore diet showed us is red meat isn't inherently evil. I think also what veganism showed us is that, well, veggies are pretty fucking healthy. So I think when you go to extremes on both sides, aside from the ethical issue, now obviously the ethical issue that vegans bring up is one that makes you think, you know what? It is killing animals. I don't personally kill animals with my hands. I buy my shit from the grocery store, right? But then you look at the ethical reasons vegans, but I can't really, you know, if you look at it from a non-biased scientific standpoint, I believe meat is needed in the human diet, at least for optimal function. You can live without meat, but I don't believe you're optimal without it. I believe ethically it's great. Carnivore diet, I believe without veggies, I don't believe that's optimal at all. I love veggies. I think they have a place. I think they're healthy, and fiber is definitely something I believe should be in the human diet. So I just wanted to get into that. I think it's kind of funny how they've both gone so extreme. Veganism went over here, carnivore went over here, and now you're seeing a clash. And I think it's be interesting to watch. But anyway, I just wanted to open up with that it's kind of exciting to watch that. My theory's always been, like in my book, dropfactorbook.com, I'm a balanced type guy. I don't believe in excluding any foods. I love having toast with my eggs for breakfast. I love eating meat. Obviously, I did an eating challenge yesterday. It was called the Barbecue Production, but if I was to finish it, I'd be the first one. They changed the name to Lobliner Challenge, and we'll see in a future video if that comes up. But let's open it up to all the Q&A you guys want. Everything you want to ask it. And you know what? Nothing's off limits. If something is off limits, I just won't answer it. But I'm going to do my best to run through every single question you guys have. I've allotted myself 30 minutes. It is currently 9:47, so we'll go to at least 10:15 Central Standard. And we'll rock and roll, guys. So let's do this. I wanted to do this at least once a week, so it'll be around this time. At what weight at 6'2" looks big and lean? Chris, it just depends. For example, your bone density, the muscle mass you carry, and what your definition of big is. Now, Quincy Taylor was 6'4", but he weighed 350 pounds back when he was in his off season when he used to compete. He was a very tall bodybuilder. Whereas I think if you're 6'2", 200 pounds and lean, you're going to look pretty fucking good. Like my brother right now, he's 6'1". He weighs 210, 215 pounds. And in my opinion, he looks extremely big and lean for a natural athlete. So, you know, it's just, if you want to be a big lean like Phil Heath, big and lean, 315 pounds. If you want to look big and lean like my brother, big and lean, 215 pounds. So it's just relative to what you deem to be big and lean. Second, aloha. Well, thank you, Trevor. Respect from Israel. Thank you, man. I've never been, but I'd love to go. Obviously, my mother served the Israeli Defense Force. And, you know, I hope everything works out there. I know you guys are going through some weird times. And you've been since, like, the beginning of time. Why didn't you give carnivore more than a week, says Jason. Actually, I gave carnivore 3.5 weeks, Jason. And the reason being is that I couldn't function in life while shitting water. I literally had liquid coming out of my anus. I actually consulted with Dr. Sean Baker, who's an orthopedic surgeon. Not saying that that's a bad thing, just saying don't think doctor as in nutritionist or whatever. He's not a dietitian, I don't believe. And he told me what modifications to make to help fix that. I did it, and I was still shitting water, so it was really hard for me to train. For example, I did Exos, and I'd have to take bathroom breaks every hour because I was literally shitting out of my butthole. I needed fiber in my diet. I just did. And maybe it's just me, but it was really, really fucking bad. Really, really, really fucking bad. And again, I don't think it's an optimal diet. And honestly, I don't need to try something much longer. If the more I read into it, I notice that it's lacking vegetables, which I think are necessary. And also the fact that I was shitting liquid. So I couldn't deal with it any longer because it was affecting my day. And I can't take away from my kids or my family, so I could shit water and try a diet. Love your advice channel. Lots of good information. Thank you, Magnificent. From Mitch O'Kee Fitness. Hey, Mark, what's your opinion on Yohimbine and when to take it? I love Yohimbine. We actually have MTS Nutrition Yohimbine. I have Yohimbine in MTS Nutrition Drop Factor. I recommend 0.2 milligrams per kilogram of body weight per day. You don't start there, but you work your way up. So my opinion on that would be take it either pre-cardio or anytime you take your fat burner. If you're on a calorically controlled diet, if you're on a diet that doesn't have high insulin spikes, if you're not eating the normal American fast food diet, insulin's not black and white, so I don't believe the insulin negation of the effectiveness of Yohimbine will be an issue. So I believe just take it, just make sure you get 0.2 milligrams per kilogram of body weight per day, which for someone my size would be about 6 to 7 MTS Nutrition Yohimbine per day, which are 2.5 each. Hopefully that answers your question. Opinion, let's see. I'm going to go up, try and answer every question. How long would you suggest before jumping back on gear after going through brain cancer? Michael, I would recommend never jumping back on gear after going through brain cancer. By the way, I love Ruckus. It's awesome. Why, thank you so much. What's something you recommend to give you extra energy? Depends what kind of energy. If you're looking for mental energy, there's Mental Jewels. If you're looking for a pre-workout, there's Clash or Ruckus. If you're looking for cellular energy during training, there's Machine Fuel. Hi, Mark. Love you. Well, I love you too, Armor. Do you think I could grow taller than my parents? Well, there's only one way to find out. Wait and see if you're taller than your parents. Hey, Mark, what are you up to when you aren't working, training, or boxing? I'm being a dad, spending all the time I have with my kids. I have no friends outside of work. So it's basically kids, kids, kids. How is trans fats bad? Can you explain it? Well, they basically do everything in your body that your body is not meant to process them, essentially. So in layman's terms, what trans fat do, they increase your bad cholesterol, lower your good cholesterol, they fuck everything up. They're just not good and you should avoid them. But that doesn't mean avoid them 100%. You get in some trans fats, you're not just gonna get an immediate heart attack, but I would not make that the cornerstone of your diet. Opinion of going to college to be a successful entrepreneur. I believe the learning process, thinking process, and budgeting involved in college is very helpful. But I believe for most people, your degree won't mean anything. And also if you're an entrepreneur and you start your own company, you don't have to show anyone a resume. So graduating top of your class at Yale will mean fuck all if nobody's looking at your resume because you are your resume. Does that make sense? And also studies have shown that it doesn't matter where you go to college. Your earning potential is pretty much the same, whether you go to Cal State University in Northridge or Harvard. What diet, in your opinion, works? Well, bad boys, I wrote one. Dropfactorbook.com. Dropfactorbook.com. Obviously, there's others that might work. Any diet works if you adhere to certain principles, and that is caloric deficit. If you're able to, over time, decrease your calories to maintain losing 1 to 2 pounds a week, you'll be in a really good spot. So every diet works. Which works optimally? Obviously, when I wrote a book, I planned on mine working optimally. So that's dropfactorbook.com. Do you think it's better to jump on a keto or paleo diet? And what's the difference? A keto diet lacks carbohydrate, has 80% fat, 20% protein, negligible carbs. Whereas a paleo diet is a normal diet. You just make food choices that are from certain groups. For example, fruits and veggies are okay. So you are not in ketosis. The difference, Kenji, is ketosis. So while the keto diet is advocating fat to protein ratio, not really paying much attention to food sources as long as they hit the ratios, a paleo diet is paying attention to food sources and not so much the ratio, where you can have your lean meats, your nuts, your legumes, you can have your fruits, your veggies, but you can't eat grains and things that they think are not adherent to what people ate in the Paleolithic era. But realize, Kenji, the paleo diet is absolutely retarded in a historical sense because they're acting like everybody came from the same region. You know what people ate in the Paleolithic era? They ate whatever the fuck they can find because they were fucking hungry and foraging for food. Your body processes shit just fine. Evolution of a digestive system does not take that long. So I think the paleo diet, while a step in the right direction, you're encouraging whole, natural, nutrient-dense foods. In a nutshell, by definition, is historically retarded. Just my opinion, of course. Of course. There's a lot of talk about veganism right now. I believe we need meat for the nutrients because if you look at a vegan's blood work, you'll see they're deficient a lot of nutrients. To that, I agree. You're lacking in B12. You're lacking in other nutrients. However, from an ethical standpoint, I can't knock. Is Big XR and the big company, your new company, that is Big J's company. We are working with him on. Let's just say there's some consulting going on and the formulas are top notch and I personally 100% stand behind them. What is considered fasted? If I eat lunch at 1 p.m., will I be fasted by 6 p.m.? Is taking pre-workout before I am cardio breaking any fast? I do not believe that if you do not eat for long, unless you're fasting for 24 hours, you're really not fasted. It takes your body a good 24 hours to process nutrients and foods and get it out of your system. So 5 hours without food is not fasted. That's just called fucking hungry. Yo, Mark, I love your whey flavors. However, my all-time favorite is cinnamon bun. I never had a cinnamon bun. I had Cinnagram. Any plans for a cinnamon bun? Honestly, it didn't sell worth a shit. What I would do is buy MTS Whey vanilla and put some cinnamon in it. Tia cream makes me Superman. We have that in both Drop Factor and in Clash. How much carbs is low carb for you, Mark? Nanny, I would say around 150 to 200 grams is low carb for me. On a day when I'm boxing, I usually try to take in between 300 to 600 grams of carbs just to maintain my energy and maintain my performance because I also weight train most days. So I'd say low carb is relative to your activity level and relative to how your body processes food and how long you're training, your muscle mass, your leanness. So low carb is a very objective term. For some, it might be 20 grams. For some, it might be 2,000 grams. That might be over the top. You get what I'm saying. Do you watch Strength Cartel? Andrew, I actually I follow them on Instagram. I believe they follow me back. I find them to be very strong individuals. I'm bulking right now and I eat 6 meals a day. Is that all right? Yeah. Yeah, it's all right. Check out for your training. No, I'm not hiring anybody, Mr. J-Man. I got my good boxing coach, Danny Calhoun, who was #2 ranked heavyweight in the country at one point. And I also have my buddy Eric out here in Elgin, Illinois. I'm very loyal to my coaches. They're doing a great job. And for 3 weeks down, I'm really fucking crushing it right now. I'm really happy with my progress, and I'm a better Mark than I was yesterday. My bad, the uploads made the timeline kind of confusing. Well, I mean, it is what it is. Bottom line is, I think the carnivore diet is only, it's about 70% retarded. 30% of it is okay, but it's gone too militant and fucking over the top for me. Shout out to the Big J line release. Well, thank you. $1 of each product sold goes to Semper Fi Fund. How do you feel about pyramid sets for strength and size gains? I feel they can be an integral part because working up in weight prevents injuries. Essentially what a pyramid set is, well, you're fucking warming up. So I'm all for them. Do you recommend BCAA when doing cardio and L-carnitine while cutting? I always recommend BCAA during activity, cardio or weight training. 2 scoops during weight training. Cardio is optional. L-carnitine, not really. I mean, I like it for its testosterone freeing benefits. It does help free testosterone, but I don't think it does much for fat loss, but it can't hurt. We do sell liquid L-carnitine by MTS Nutrition, but again, I'm not going to fake the funk. I don't take anything above what's in Barracuda. Fasted weight training with just Clash Pre in the morning? Sure. If you want to do that, I'm not a fan of fasted weight training, but that's me personally. We have a lot of videos on training first thing in the morning that you can look up after this video. Yo, bro, does BCAA and pre-workout break if intermittent fasting? Big fan from Glasgow. But yeah, I know that lean gains because I think most of his shit's kind of over the top and stupid. I'm not saying he's stupid. This is my opinion on what he does, not him as a person. BCAA is nutrients. It's nutritive. It does contain calories. So yes, BCA will break your fast, but pre-workout, if non-nutritive like Clash, will not. Love your products and excited about Swoley, which by the way should be out around May 5th. Just bought tickets to Real Weights and looking forward to finally meeting you. What do you think about stacking L-carnitine, Machine Lean, and Clash? I think that's fine, and that's a good stack. Very good stack. And I look forward to meeting you, Hophead. Be sure to say who the fuck Hophead is when you're there, because I'd like to be able to shake your hand, say hi, and thank you for coming on this YouTube Live. How can I start counting my macros and effectively? Get a macro calculator. Daily Burn is a good free one on iPhone or Android. Get Daily Burn or whatever and start counting your macros. Get a food scale and go to town. Cardio necessary to get shredded? Not necessarily. You know what I believe cardio is necessary for? Not dying. Yeah, just choked on my coffee. You should be doing cardio for the benefits of the health benefits and the performance benefits. And getting shredded is secondary. But yes, cardio to get shredded for 95 to 100% of the people I've trained in my life, over 1,000, thousands of people, abso-fucking-lutely. I don't do shout outs. Hey, Mark, while cutting down, is it better to focus on hitting body parts twice a week or killing more cardio? It depends on your recovery. A lot of people can't recover from training twice a day. From, hitting each body part twice a week. I hit my body parts twice a week. Yeah, I mean, but you might need more cardio too. It just depends on what phase of fat loss and how bad your stick points are and how low your calories are. Will your products ever be available in Europe? They are, Mad John. They're at alistnutrition.com. That's a-listnutrition.com. And Mad John, I'll be at Body Power on that Saturday of Body Power, which I believe is May 12th, at the A-List Nutrition booth. Is oatmeal the best carb source in the morning? Nanny, the best carb source in the morning is the one you enjoy eating. I personally eat Ezekiel toast, the raisin one, because I fucking love it. Frank, thoughts on supplementing alpha GPC? Studies are largely on people on dementia with Alzheimer's. Have you researched this? What is your go-to sites for BS research? Stop eating booger bread. Frank, you're kind of annoying at times, but I like you. I think alpha GPC has some promising research. I personally use Alpha Size in my supplements that I formulate with it, which is by Nutra. It's the good form. I believe it does have good effects. I believe it is a good supplement to take. And you got to realize we got to extrapolate data on people with Alzheimer's and dementia, because there's not many studies, maybe a couple we've got from Nutra, on people with unhealthy young athletes. Non-BS research, you just have to look through all the research and try and extrapolate which is bullshit and which isn't. And you normally could follow the money and figure out which is bullshit and which isn't. How about SARMs? You can search my name in SARMs. I'm not a big fan, mainly because of the quality control. They're not NSF or GMP regulated. So that means that they're made from products that can't be produced in a GMP facility or an NSF certified facility, which is the only lab I use. So you really don't know what the fuck you're putting in your body, and they're illegal. They're illegal. I'd hate to say that, but they're illegal. Tips on holding the bar at heavy front squats. Use straps. I have a video how to do front squats more effectively. Basically, you tie straps in, you hold it like this. I can't personally get my wrist under comfortably, so the strap method is great. Again, if you search front squat Lobliner, you should have a good video showing you how. Suffering from joint stiffness and aches, is Cissus quadrangularis effective for this? It can be, and it's a part of my formula, Machine Motion. Machine Motion is my joint care product, and you'll really like it. It has Q-actin in it, which has been shown to be much more effective than glucosamine chondroitin. It's actually a vegan product. Chondroitin can't be, it's from shellfish. And it also has acumen, which is a great form of turmeric in it. You might want to look at that. And hyaluronic acid, very advanced product. Beef protein isolate post-workout. I'm not a fan of beef protein. I think it's kind of silly. Just eat a fucking steak. I prefer whey protein if you want to isolate. And if you're lactose intolerant, we always got Machine Isolate, MTS Nutrition Isolate, which is grass-fed, all natural. What are your thoughts on fasted lifting in the mornings for weight loss? I think fasted lifting stupid. David, whether you train fasted or not, it's your calories at the end of the day, not whether you train fasted or not, that will determine if you lose fat. LSJTV, what's up from the UK? What's up, brother? I will see you at Body Power. Do I miss Rich Piana? I'm not going to lie. I didn't really hang out with him. So no, I don't miss him because like First Lady Barbara Bush died today and I miss her just as much. I think she was a great woman. And I think she was a great representative of our country and a great First Lady. I miss her more than I miss Rich Piana because she impacted our country more and she impacted my life more because, you know, I think she stood for strong. I mean, she was one of the first women. She did a commencement speech at Wellesley University and said, I look forward in a few years to talking to the spouse of the president and wishing him the best. So she was basically forecast there'll be a female president in the future. So again, like, I'm not going to fake like I was close bros with Rich Piana because I wasn't. We actually kind of hated each other. In fact, after he passed away, his ex or his wife or whatever the situation is, Sarah went out of her way, and I blocked her on Instagram to message me and say, hey, by the way, Rich hated you and I hate you too. So that's always nice. But again, like, I don't want to see death upon anybody, but let's be real here. I wasn't close with Rich. We weren't friends. I didn't like what he stood for. But I do believe he impacted a lot of people in a very positive way, and he impacted people to work harder. And I do believe he did hurt the industry a little bit. I believe he did push people to do too many drugs because of what he did. But at the end of the day, it's that person's decision whether to take that advice. He never once said you need to do this. In fact, his videos were telling people you don't need to do this. And he actually warned against the side effects and roid rage and this and that. So, you know, while I wasn't personal friends with Rich, I obviously, you know, hope he rests in peace. And, you know, again, like, from all accounts from people who were friendly with him, again, I only had one. We traveled to Australia for a couple days together. That was about it. It was awkward because we both know we didn't like each other too much. You know, it is what it is. And I wish he was still here because I think he brought a lot to the industry as far as attention, good or bad. It brought attention to the industry, and that's not a bad thing. So again, like, I'm the last person to say he deserved. No. I wish Rich was still here, but I'm not going to fake the funk and, you know, be like every other YouTuber pretending like I had barbecues with him every single day. You know, I didn't. But again, like, he touched a lot of people and he affected a lot of lives in such a positive way. And a lot of people loved him. And I have nothing but love. And I wish he was still here so maybe we could rectify the situation, whatever it was, just difference of opinion, and be friendly and, you know, hang out and not even do videos. Fuck YouTube views. You know, I think from what like, Big J loved, Big J and him did videos together, like, and Big J's like family to me, you know, so if someone like Big J and him are close, I was obviously incorrect in my assessment of Rich Piana. So again, like, we weren't friends, but yeah, I kind of wish looking back, just backtracking. Yeah, I do wish he was here so I could fucking be a man and just fucking fix whatever we had going on between us. Yeah. Let's go back. Oh shit, there's a lot of questions here. So if legs are 50% of your body, should you do legs twice a week? Yes, at least. At least you should be doing legs once, twice a week. I like doing a push-pull with my legs, meaning one day be a quad dominant leg day where I do squats, leg press, things like that. The next day will be a posterior chain hip dominant leg day where it's a hip, well, I call this pull day for legs, where you do deadlifts, straight leg deadlifts, one leg straight leg deadlifts, things like that. So that's how I like to split it up. I do believe legs should be done at least twice a week. Excuse me. Have big weight fluctuations using drop factor diet. Any advice? You're going to have fluctuations. What you want to look at is at the end of the week, have you lost weight? If you haven't, you need to adjust your diet. You need to adjust it either up in cardio or down in calories so you continue to lose weight. Any diet, whether it's drop factor diet, this and that, like the carnivore diet drives me fucking up the wall. You can eat all the meat you want. You're going to lose weight. You need to count macros, bro. Any diet that claims you don't need to count macros is completely retarded. I want to know, should I use a fat burner to help you lose weight? Well, if your diet is on point, if you're following a diet and you're losing weight already with a diet, okay? If you're not losing weight without a fat burner, adding a fat burner in isn't going to make you lose weight. Supplements do just that. They supplement your diet and training. They don't make up for a shitty diet and training program. So what I would do with you is I'd make sure I'm losing 1 to 2 pounds a week. And then I throw in like drop factor or machine lean or something like that. And that'll help you maintain or even increase slightly your fat loss. But again, it's a supplement. It doesn't create, it just adds to. So look at it that way, bro. I'm interested, what is your 2-mile time? I feel like you could probably make good time. Well, my mile time, I did hit 7:40 in a mile. And for me, that's fucking great because I haven't run it in a while. And I haven't done it since I started boxing training. 2 miles, I mean, 18, 19 minutes. It's not great, but I'll take it. 18 minutes maybe. Yo, Mark, I'm pretty sure I awkwardly made eye contact with you at TF Gym last week during my workout. I wasn't wearing my glasses and I didn't realize it was you until too late. It's all good. It's only awkward if you kiss afterwards. Breaks over summer for competitive U9 soccer players to protect knees. Not sure what the question is. I'm 18 years old and I want to jump on steroids. I've been doing bodybuilding for 4 years. What's the right age to start taking steroids? Moha, in my opinion, probably never. There's really no reason for you to take steroids. It's not going to get you anywhere more in life, and chances are you're not going to stick to it. You're going to fall off the wagon, and you're going to take steroids and potentially damage your body for what? To look better for 4 weeks? Come on, dude. You don't need them. Are your products sold in any health stores in Bowling Green, Kentucky? I live in Franklin, and Bowling Green is a close city. If not, I'll buy online. Honestly, in Kentucky, you're a one-day ship from Tiger Fitness. Order from Tiger Fitness, free shipping above $99 will be on your doorstep the next day. Supposed to be doing my first bodybuilding show in June. I was wondering what should I do as an alternative besides gear until medically cleared. Medically cleared? You get medically cleared for gear? Jesus, most people just jump on shit. Honestly, diet training and some supplements to push it over the top. You know, I think that's the main thing. Just look at your diet and training. There's a lot you can do naturally. And supplements, I mean, there's Barracuda and Insurgent that'll help your testosterone. But supplements are just that. They supplement your diet and training. So unless you go over the top and you make sure you maximize your diet and training, it's not what you can do. It's how can I train harder? You know, that's what I don't understand. Like, why are you even looking at gear? You have yet to compete. You've only been training for 4 years. Like, you're still a puppy, bro. You're still a puppy. Just fucking train harder, train longer, give it more time. Okay, if I don't eat enough, bad idea for weight gainer. Find a weight gainer that has good stuff like fruits and veggies built in. MTS Nutrition has a product called Epic Gains, which is delicious, has fruits and veggies, and is perfect if you can't get all your food in. See what we got here. Oh shit, we're catching up. Drop factor in powder or caps. Is it hard on the kidneys? No, it's not hard on the kidneys at all. It has no kidney effects at all. Personally, if you can, the powder was designed to be legal in Australia, so the ingredients are slightly different, but I would go with the capsules if I had a choice. Kobe or LeBron? Greatness is greatness, and I'm going to remain neutral on that one like a little bitch. What's up, Mark? MTS in the building? Damn right, Nick. Got to get that video done. Get me your fucking schedule, man. Shit. I don't eat enough? Bad idea. Okay, I already got that one. My neck shoulders have been super stiff, sitting a lot of the day. Do you recommend any stretches for them? Get out in the gym and move around. I mean, you can always do your normal neck stretches. Hold it, go around. But I mean, at the end of the day, just be mobile, be active, and get active when you can. Can you boost metabolism to shed fat? Yes, Rich, it's called diet and exercise. The best thing to boost your metabolism is weight training. Weight training builds muscle, muscle's metabolic, muscle burns calories. So look into weight training as your main source of boosting metabolism. Can you look big at 6'3", 200 pounds? You look tall. Are you pregnant? Well, I had a vasectomy, so I can't get anyone pregnant, but I'm not sure if I can get pregnant. Let me check with my doctor and I'll get back to you. Hey, Mark, you emailed me back yesterday about some protein that didn't come in and it made my day. Anyway, it came in. All good. All good, Dylan. Thank you so much. Like I said, sometimes we have to split shit based on stock availability with 2 warehouses. Can I drink Barracuda and Clash together? Abso-fucking-lutely. Might taste a little funky, but yes. Can you talk about the taste of your protein powder? Yes. They're fucking amazing and the best ever. Yoga and marijuana. Do you meditate or mindfulness stuff to improve yourself? Oh yeah, I do mind stuff. I'm just not a meditator because it's not my thing. And I don't smoke marijuana because it's not my thing. Drug questions, Josh, I'd rather stay off that. Does weightlifting weaken your heart muscle because of the increased blood pressure? No, it actually strengthens it. It's exercise. Exercise makes you healthier. So weightlifting does not weaken your heart muscle. It actually will make you live a longer, healthier life. You think there will ever be transparency in judging NPC-OCB shows. There will always be bias in any sport that requires a judge, like boxing. I took gear and I'm 21 and have low T. Should I get a test booster? I really don't want to be on TRT at 21. Go see a doctor. Go see a doctor. Do you sell anywhere besides online? We're in hundreds of retail locations. We're currently improving our sites, but we had a retail locator. Basically, if you have a store near your house, just go in and demand they carry MTS. 9 out of 10 times they will. Guys, it's 30 minutes. I have a lot of work to do before I get on my day. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Marc Lobliner, tigerfitness.com, and that's not a game.